Cooking, dog.
Yo, what's up, bro?
Vibing.
Uh,
All right. Let's jump right into it. I want to mainly focus on rotations, post plant, map awareness, and economy.
yes.
Economy is if you're just like if you straight up don't know what it is, we'll have to like go in depth with it. But I'm
Well,
assuming you just want me to
yeah, I
touch
mean,
on.
I
Go
I
ahead.
just feel like I make small, like, wrong
Yeah,
decisions with
that's fine.
economy,
Yeah,
like
we can just
saving a lot too much. And
we
my
can touch
team's
on
like,
it here and
fucking
there.
buy. But
The
yeah.
rest of the stuff we'll just talk about. Assuming breach is the agent you're still trying to get with.
Yeah, I mean, I've been experimenting a bit more recently, but breach is probably my main, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. See.
Yes, I
All
can.
right, let's get into it. First of all, I don't know why nobody's here with the player team. That if they don't listen, they don't listen.
Wait, can you pause it just for one
Oh,
second?
yeah, what's up?
All right, I gotta be honest. It's a little scuffed
Oh, that's good,
because I
dog.
got like the music and the face cam and everything, and like I was kind of trolling for the first two rounds, but hey, let's
Yeah, well, I
just
mean,
get there
we'll
together.
still like get hopefully pretty
Yeah,
specific
yeah.
with it.
Okay.
I don't know. Anyways, it's fine. We'll talk about this issue overall. First, like I said, first of all, try and calm your team to make sure you have two here. This is
Okay.
so. Do you know they're mid?
Um, no, I just like peeked it, and then I didn't want to peek without not stunning it. So
Oh, that's fine. So you don't know if anybody's mid, right?
nah.
So is this stun okay then?
I mean, I guess because you can recharge it.
Yeah. No, correct. You're right. So you don't know if
Yeah.
anybody's mid. You do that to get info.
Yeah.
So you still don't know. Why does it make this okay?
Uh. Oh, you mean like why I rotated?
Well, not even that. You just rotated with your back to everybody.
Oh yeah. Because I saw that they killed two people.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, none of this is necessarily super incorrect. This is bad. The rotate itself is fine, but make sure you
Yeah.
don't ever put your back to potential spots they can,
Okay.
because at the end of the day, they don't know like what's going on in the middle of the map. But what happens is if they kill you, mid is now open, and all they have to do is potentially split here. Now they're obviously it looks like they're all A, so you didn't get caught off guard and all that good stuff. Bombs there, so it's the rotate itself is not bad because of the info you had. But that's just
Yeah.
more of a that is the first step of map awareness and positioning. All that is wrapped in right there. Because you weren't aware, you need to be more aware that they could be somewhere. You also need to be more aware of your positioning. Which it all kind of wraps in together. Right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's not, like I said, not a direct issue, but I don't want that to screw you over in the future. A good flash.
And I just sold here. I That's just depressing.
Flash is really good. Know why the flash is good?
Uh, cause it's good.
Why?
And my team said that there was two on ramps or whatever, so I
Correct.
flashed it.
Yeah. Look,
Yeah.
I've changed a little bit with how I coach. I ask a lot of questions now. And don't always think I'm asking you something because you're doing something wrong. I might be asking you because you do something right.
All
So
right.
just straight up tell me what your thought process is. That's all I want to know. Because
All right.
that's what I'm trying to do is fix the way you think. Because if I could fix the way you think, you can climb on your own. You don't need me to show you everything. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Which I'm still gonna show you stuff, but you know what I mean, right?
Yes.
So anyway,
Yes.
cool.
This is just bad.
Rough already.
Oh my god.
um, so I know you said the first 2 rounds are scuffed, so I'm gonna excuse it a little bit. Do you know why
Yeah.
this is bad? Not because it's not because you're missing shots. That has nothing to do with it.
There's no reason to peek it.
Yes. Why is there no reason to be?
Um, I forget if we had spike or
You
not,
do.
but
You
just
do have spike.
because there's no reason. Okay, then yeah, we did.
If you didn't have spike, then it'd make a little more sense to maybe get to go for the
Yeah.
fight, to go for the info. But that's why this flash is great because you know you don't really have info. You think they're here, so you blind them. You realize they're both here, and then you literally just back up and wait. So one thing you actually
Mhm.
could do in this situation, what have I? Remember when I talked about post plants with you for like that clip that you had? Do
Yes.
you remember one
Yes.
of the big things I said? It was playing off of your
Um.
team, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna just tell you because I don't. You might. So this is an
Okay.
example of how you can do that, right? So you can flash this, have your raise, she's behind you, and cross over to here actually. because what that's gonna do is basically set up a
Oh,
crossfire. So you don't even have to have
yeah.
your Raze doesn't even have to be a good player. She could be terrible, but as long as she's actually being here, that pulls pressure towards both sides, right?
Hmm.
So that's one thing you could do, or that's kind of thinking a little much. At the end of the day, you have Spike just literally wait for them to push into you. Because right
Yeah,
now you're playing their game. You're taking 1v1s,
yeah.
and that's exactly what happened.
Sometimes I just don't think, and I just
Yeah,
go for it,
that's
and
that could be a
was what
big
happened.
issue. Is you're autopiloting a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of just covering that right there. Just more so, once
I
you
got a
realize
4K here.
you do, okay, ooh, sick. I got a 4K in my last pistol. That's all you know what I'm saying.
Nice, nice.
Anyways, so second round economy is weird. It's still whack to me. A lot of people just do
Yeah,
ghost armor, which is what I've been doing recently. The thing is, if they buy, you still just get cucked. So the issue
yeah.
is, or the thing is, if you buy Spectre, it is probably the best buy you can have, but you're not gonna have a rifle the next round.
Hmm.
So it puts you in a weird spot of like this
That's
is
a,
more of a
yeah.
thing. Like, how do you want to do it, right? Like, are you okay with having an SMG the second round and them having rifles? Is that okay with you? That's kind of what it comes down to. And if the answer is
Sure.
no, and you think they're gonna save, you can just buy like a ghost and keep your money up, and you can buy a rifle the next round, right? Does that make
Yep.
sense?
Yes, that makes
Okay,
sense.
cool. I just kind of want that to just so you'll know.
Okay.
But you don't repeat. Yes, good. Improvements already from last thing. Yes, good man. All right. You know why that was good?
Um, not really.
You know what you would
Just
have done
basic
last time? You
ones
know
that
what
look
old
like.
FO would have done right here?
Just
You
peeked
would have
again.
swung right back into him.
Yeah, I probably would.
But this is good. This is, you know, perfect.
Yeah,
You use your ability and then you swung and you get a free kill. There was no retaliation. Of course, that guy was an idiot. He was looking that way. But still, like,
yeah,
you still win that fight. So yeah, what in the world?
yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, fucking golds are
Yes,
weird.
good. Look at this. Good
I was gonna
man.
get the ace, and fucking Raze was a dick, or whoever it was. Sorry, Raze, I flashed you.
That one was a okay. Yeah, that was a good round though. Literally, you played this pretty textbook. They push you, so you decided to use an ability. Then you swing, you kill the guy, and she just trolls, so you kill her.
Yeah,
And so you're like, they could still be there. Let me use the freaking good. This is freaking good stuff. Kill. You swung a second early. That could have cucked you.
yeah. I was just
Yeah,
getting horny for that
you're
kill.
feeling it. That's okay. I understand.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. Anyways, good round. That was good. See how you played this now. So you rotate. Good. Once again, you see you're going a little early. Just be careful with that. They could have been out and
Yeah,
up there.
I died really dumbly here. That's not even a
That's
word, but
I know.
yeah.
So we'll talk about a few. So you know they're. It's hard to say right here. So I was gonna tell you that you shouldn't use your ability here. The answer is you shouldn't, regardless. But the reason I like hesitated is because in theory this is smart, right? Because you know they're pushing. This is gonna delay them.
Yeah,
But
then I couldn't pull out my gun to
yes,
kill the
that is
jet
one
that dashed
thing. And
in.
then once you get to this, once these smokes drop, you can go ahead in your head assume that they're going to be coming out. So you should either get your ability ready now to shoot then, or just go ahead and have your gun ready to go. So that's
Mhm.
kind of you kind of got caught out because of the fact you were trying to use too much. Also, this position is kind of bad. So what we can do here is we can look back, like I said, look at your map. Think about what's going on. This is kind of a map awareness thing.
Okay.
Take a step back and all right, we'll address this fundamentally. How, as I guess defenders, do you want to take these fights? What do you want to do?
Closer? Question mark?
For you, it would be closer, but that's
Yeah.
not really the answer I'm looking. I'm talking
Okay.
like what do you try? You're just holding an angle, right? Like what do you want them to do? Just give me a few. Just spit some things off. I just want to see if you're like in the ballpark.
Uh,
If you
fucking
can,
fall on your crosshair? I don't know what you're
yeah. I
saying.
mean, I want you to be very basic. Yes, you want them to fall into your crosshair, right? But that's
Yeah.
one thing. The other thing is you should look at your teammate. This is the map awareness thing. Check your map, see what's going on, right?
Uh,
So check your map here. So obviously we talked about this thing. kind of get caught out. But you're in a spot where she can kill you, and your Cypher can't retaliate. Now he
Yeah.
retaliates, which is a sec. But that's that 1 second that you're that one little inch you're pushed to the right more screws you up, right?
Yeah, I
So
did not
this
expect someone to dash in.
right, and you were caught off guard, so it's not as big of a deal, right? But in theory, you're gonna want to either drop down so you guys can take fights smarter together and also be closer
Yeah.
range because you already. I think we've talked about the whole aspect of like you want to play to your gun strength, right? So
Yeah, I
whatever.
was Spectre,
Yeah,
so
and you're so you don't want to take this fight now.
yeah.
And if you are gonna take this fight, like I said, do it in a spot where he can insta retaliate because what happened is you
Yeah.
guys like went at it for a second here. But if you were to the left, like an inch, just an inch, he would have been able to kill, and you might have stayed alive there.
Yeah.
Does that
So
make
my
sense?
brain process here was thinking not that not that a jet would dash in. I was thinking I'm gonna look at it just in case they do peek out right now, but my goal is to drop down so I can get closer to them since I have a Spectre. But I was holding my crosshair at head level just in case they did peek out, and I was trying to run down and I just got beamed or something. But
Yeah. So
yeah, I
yeah,
didn't
that thought process is kind of the right idea. You want to reposition yourself into better spots, but like I said, a lot of it goes into you just kind of went a little slow with it. Because like I said,
yeah.
the ability wasn't bad. It was just a little too. It wasn't quick enough, and then you pushed out a little too. Those are two
Mhm.
niche things. If you use that ability faster, position yourself a little bit to the left, all that gets fixed. Because like I said, you want to drop down, but then that would be traded properly, and or you wouldn't die, and then you can actually drop after the
Wait,
fact that she's dead, right?
wait. So why should I position myself a bit to the left again?
Because your cipher can't help you effectively. I'll show you. Actually, watch Cypher. Don't watch you. Watch Cypher. Look at where he's at.
I'm trying. Okay, I'm looking at him.
Can he kill
Oh,
her right
jeez.
now?
Oh no, because you.
Yes.
I was not even looking at him.
But if you're to the left, she can't see you, and then he has less time to, or like a quicker angle to swing. Because he has to go from here to here. But if you were to the left
Yeah.
more, she would have to fight you differently. She'd have to push out to the right even more to shoot you, which would like close the gap. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because if she like if you were, I'm trying to like make right. Let's say you're just 2 feet to the left, right? So you're standing like where my mouse is. In order
Okay.
for her to shoot you accurately, she'd have to step this way
She does
more,
the step. Yeah,
and then
farther.
for that, he's closer to her. Or if she doesn't step this way, it's really hard for her to shoot you, so you can run away, and then
Hmm.
reposition or flash. You have a lot of options here. Right? So
Yeah.
does that kind of make sense? Like, do you see how your positioning was a little off here, and what you could have done differently?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Kill people, so you're right.
Yeah. And we got fucking Brim ulted here. Fuck this game.
Um, trying to think.
Yeah, I could have very easily died at the flank too.
Yeah,
I
you should.
just
That's what I'm saying. You definitely should be dead here. But I'm trying to like kind of look at the
yeah.
timing on it.
Yeah, I was just like waiting because like time was running out, so I was like, right when this brim ult goes away, I'm gonna insta flash and fucking run out because time was running low, so
Yeah.
I didn't want to waste any time.
Thought process is okay. Just kind of this is sort of a map awareness thing. Just kind of every time I think you need to look at your map more. I think I'm gonna try and we'll talk about how to do
Yeah,
it
I've just
after.
died to looking at it so many times. Like fucking the millisecond I looked at my map, I just
Yeah,
somebody
you get
wide swings
cucked.
on
It
me and one
happens.
taps me.
But it's a good habit to build. So and if you look at your map and if you're once you get into this better thinking process as you get better at the game, you would have looked at your map here, realized that wait a minute, nobody's in heaven. It could be an enemy. You might have turned around. Because at the
Mhm.
end of the day, if this Phoenix is better, he's a good player. You're insta dead right now. He does not whip these shots. Um, but
Wait,
up
I was so how would looking at my map know that I was gonna get flanked?
because look at we know there's two out A. Cypher's leaving.
Okay.
So heaven is now open, right? There's five
Okay.
players. Whenever you push A, let's say it's 3v5 and you guys are pushing A. How often do you or teammates go heaven?
Pretty often.
Yes, exactly. So you would look at your map, maybe not this second. You thought about it here. Look at you. You're expecting heaven. You're kind of chilling. and then you would either have stayed there or you would have like shot your ability maybe back. There's a lot of things you might have thought about here. The right play is like there's so many different things you could actually correct, right? But
Mhm.
you would have probably picked up on the fact. Actually, wait, there's no because you might have thought that your sage was going to pick it up. Instead, she's going all the way around like a right. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Okay. If it doesn't, I we can keep talking about it.
it makes better sense, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I was kind of looking at the map and I didn't really see like anything about like the Phoenix or whatever.
Yeah, the main thing, it's not that it's like bad. It's just the big thing is that it's 4v5 or 3v5. Excuse
Um,
me. Well, she just died, but at the time it was. And so it'd be one thing if it was like maybe 3v3, then maybe you shouldn't be quite as ready for it. But because there's 5 entire players, like I said,
you gotta
imagine,
expect.
yeah, imagine you're an attacker. Like you guys are gonna go heaven. That's just what you do with this
Yeah,
many players alive. So that's why I'm
yeah, with
saying you
five
should.
people.
Yes, exactly. That's the main thing. The main thing is the 5v5.
Okay,
That
so
does that help wrap
so
it?
okay, so you're saying that when there's like more people, then you gotta expect flank because like I don't know.
You got to think about what they have control of, and what can they do with that control. Now it seems like a lot to think about, but I promise it's not because it takes a half a second to be like, no one's heaven, they can come heaven, boom, turn around, um, that sort of thing. So
Right.
that's why I'm saying put yourself in the enemy shoes, have 5 players alive, like you're gonna be heaven. You now have control, and that's something you should think. Plus, in low elo, people flank and push all the time because they just want to kill people. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so like I said, think about what the enemy has control of. That's a good way to put it. There, you can start to decipher how you want to play.
All right. Think of what the enemies have control of. All right.
Yeah, and don't overcomplicate that, of course, because then you'll start clearing every single. But at the end of the
I
day,
I
they
actually do that when I get scared. But
yes, a lot of people do. Not the only one. But does that make sense, right? I don't want you to. If you're still confused, we can um keep going about it.
it makes more sense to me now.
Yes, and the thing is, it's not necessarily like always going to be the case. I'm not sitting here saying you should always like push. I'm not saying you should push in heaven XYZ. But like at the end of the day, there's 5 players alive, and they probably have heaven control. So if them pushing like this is expected at the end,
Okay.
and you just got to be ready for that. That's just the reality. Um, and like I said, you don't maybe have to sit here and watch it for 30 seconds, but you should be like be conscious of that. So maybe you should push out of here faster, which you're ulted, so you can't. But the idea still
Mhm.
stands, right?
Yeah, that's why I was trying to fucking run out, but
Yeah.
yeah, also.
So, anyways, good flash for the most part. I think you should throw that one a little more to the right.
Okay, okay, I want to pause right here.
Right here.
Okay,
You want
so
me to keep going
I
for a second?
yeah, just like you can go like 5 more seconds. I just have something to say. Okay, so oh my god. So I think I killed almost everyone or like 2 of the people.
Uh huh.
And then Brim, I didn't realize he was still alive. So I was getting so happy that I clutched up that I fucking threw my headset off.
Oh my
You'll
god.
see, you'll see. Just I don't want to talk about it.
It's content, baby. I understand.
Holy fuck. I was just so happy. I was like, yes. And then fucking, oh no. Oh no. And then for the
Oh
next like 2
no.
rounds, I had my headset on backwards. So like
You're,
the left audio is coming out of my right headphone.
bro, you're a clown, dog.
Holy fuck. Dude.
Jesus. But I
Oh
mean, the retake wasn't bad. Um, just you got to be aware of the fact that you didn't cover left, which you cleared it, so that's good. And you obviously thought there were
yeah.
only 2. You got hype. But
I was just so happy. And then my team was like,
they're probably screaming
"Wait,
at
what?"
you, bro.
No, they weren't screaming because like they actually said that they thought they killed everyone too, but after we were just all laughing.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Whatever. It's what it is. This dude ain't got no
Yeah,
headset on. We could just skip these.
yeah.
God, we're 20 minutes in. It's round 5. All right, we're gonna go a little faster. Just,
Yeah, it
just
was
a
like
little.
13-13, so it was a pretty long game.
Yeah, we definitely gotta go faster then. I'm just gonna talk about your desk for now, just because your headset was on backwards, so I don't want it to not too
Yeah.
focused on these.
I was like, "Wait, why?" Or because like, it was one of our
Well, that was good.
teammates. Yeah, or like, it was one of our teammates that I thought was a flanker, so I got so scared, but it was just coming out of the wrong side of my head.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
your ability usage has gotten way better already. You're already using
Yeah.
things like much, even if it's not
Yeah.
perfect, it's you have the right idea, which is what I
Yeah.
want you to have is the right like
And like I've learned that like if you flash that right side, then it also gets someone
yes.
on the left. So it's really nice.
If you ever go out mid, you can see instead of flashing right here, flash behind this little. We'll see, I'll show you
Okay.
when we probably get to because
Okay.
it does the same effect. So you can go out like with the flash if you want
All
to.
right. Oh.
Good, you're having to rotate again. That's
Oh yeah. I think he dropped from hell and I didn't hear it or something. I don't remember how I died. Yeah, exactly. I don't know why I was playing so close.
yeah, you did.
Yeah, I didn't fucking hear that.
That's okay. I mean, it's not really that big of a deal.
Yeah.
If you know he's heaven though, do you guys have bomb? I guess he can't win the round. At this point, if you can't win the round, just run away. Just don't
Yeah.
even risk putting yourself to die.
Yeah.
That's
I
the
think bomb was really close and it was like 10 seconds, so maybe that's why.
maybe.
Cause I was trying to double flash because I was like, if I double flash him, then there's no way he wins. And the only way he can win is if he just out aims us.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, I don't know, just kind of stupid, but kind of like smart. I don't know. I'm just I don't know.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but at the end of the day, he has to plant B here. If he wants to win the round, let's say he has bomb right, he has to plant B. There's no other choice, right?
Oh, and I had my fucking ult.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
God,
saying. You should just avoid.
bro.
Yeah, he has to plant B if he wants to win. Like, even if he has it, doesn't matter. So that being said, you can put yourself in a spot where it's like you're just hiding. You literally just hide back sight. Has to run on
Yeah,
sight and instant plant. And if he doesn't, he loses the round. And if he does, you just peek him and shoot him. Right? Like, there's no science to this one really. Like you can sit here and think, oh, I want to double flash him because it'll really cuck him, or I want to do this, I want to do X. Like, just freaking hide. He has no choice but to, you know.
yeah,
Unless you're trying to get the kills for eco, maybe. But even then, it's like,
yeah. It's not worth that.
yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. It was just stupid. I mean, I don't know. Like I feel like I played good in this game, but I made so many stupid plays at the same time.
Yeah. Well, I'm really talking about your deaths and just your overall awareness. That's what I'm trying to go. I'm trying not to go through these rounds too fast, where it's just straight action because there's map awareness we talked about that are. I just don't want to sit here forever.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get to. I want to make sure I get to every round, like get to the good stuff.
yeah,
You guys rotate again. We can use this to talk about anchoring. So like in reality, rotate was fine because they were all there, and at your elo, it's not that big of a deal.
yeah,
Because like nobody really ever lurks that much. But this is a
mhm.
good spot. You really should be anchoring here. Unless you heard the
Yeah,
call that there's 5A or 5 mid or whatever. Now, like,
yeah,
all that's happened is it's 5v3. So you leaving here is actually bad because if for whatever reason they're actually going B, now they have sight and they're in a good spot. But if
yeah,
you stay here, they're not really screwing them up at all because it's 5v3, you know?
yeah. But I think the reason why I really rotated is because, as you saw before, like my team just could not win the fights. I was just, I don't know, like
Yeah,
every
no,
time
that's
they went
possible.
A,
I
they
could
would
see
just
that.
die to them, and I didn't want to have to do a 3v whatever again.
Yeah, that's fair. I could see that. But just keep that in mind once you start
And then
playing, and
and then I think they did rotate. I don't
which at least
remember.
you picked it back up and you left. You okay. So
Yeah,
that's good. This is good. You're holding mid. This is one of the only really choke points they can go to, and the
yeah,
way the
man.
round's playing out. B because you
How did I die?
yeah, you just got
Oh,
this. This is the perfect example of you just kind of got screwed by your flash. If you know he's B main, just literally shoot it through like right here. You don't have to like get all up in it. Big wall.
Yeah.
But yeah, once again, this is another example of you don't even have to push him here. It's unnecessary. He has to come out either here or there, and he can't go here because it's popping it, and you're here. They can't go here because these people are watching. So this is just like unnecessary, effectively, right?
Yeah, I was just hungry for the kill.
Right, and I get that. That's okay.
I mean,
Just smack
like
them.
it's
He got shot in
6-1,
the
so I
noggin.
was just like, fuck it.
Yeah, and I get that. That's not. It's okay. Just, but this is stuff you're gonna want to be careful with in the future. Like you don't want to make this too bad of a habit. Just start going for it.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, you know, like I said, you know that. You know it's.
Yeah, I don't ever
idea.
do when it's not 6-1.
Yeah,
So.
that's okay. But in a round, and this, and like, in the main thing, reason it's okay or quote unquote okay in this round, you guys have a big advantage. But that stuff can lose you the rounds, and you don't want to do that because that stuff can come back to bite you. Because if they won that round, you guys would actually lose this game because you said it's like a 13-13, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or 13-12, whatever.
Yeah. I hate how when you have to vote to tie now, and they voted to tie.
Oh, I hate that. I love playing it out.
Yeah, I know.
What the? Well, how did that? Whatever. Fine. You played that completely differently. So now this is good. You're more aware. Like she could now be out A, which is obvious. Still, your head.
Oh, I think I clutched up here. And, like won us the round.
Blasted your
Oh wait,
teammate.
no, that actually might have been a different round.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, no wait, yeah, this is a round.
It might be. It might be. Okay, here we go. I'm about to say I missed something here.
There's one tapped all of them because I'm the best player in the game.
Old player ever.
Okay, maybe not one tap.
All right, that's why Phantom's good.
Yeah. I've been forcing myself to use the Phantom now, even on attacker side, just because like I see all the pros using it. Like I'm so much better with the Vandal
Better with
because
the Vandal,
like
use the Vandal.
yeah, but
Reality.
like I see all the pros using Phantom, and I'm just trying to learn it at least.
Yeah, that's
Like
fine.
I'm
The
not
thing
gonna,
is, with like
you know.
watching what pros do, is like they use it because it's a better gun, but like it's preference. It doesn't really matter. Like some of the best play, like Shroud will still probably buy Vandal like all the time. Maybe not as much recently. But, like it's fine. It's not like it's if you like the
Yeah.
Vandal more, use it more. Like that's just the reality. There's not a huge monumental difference between the guns. Like we've talked about this just chat or something before. It's just whatever you want to buy more. So
Yeah, for real.
yeah, a little more something I have a problem with. Whenever I'm just like thinking and I'm like trying to figure stuff out, I notice my like fundamentals drop because your crosshair is just down here.
Yeah, I was just.
Yeah, you were probably thinking. You're probably thinking about some stuff.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess, and so you're like, oh shoot, now he's here. And if he was looking this way, you might be dead. So always try
Yeah.
to make sure you're just keen on that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I do. It's just
Because I do
I
it
was
all
probably
the freaking.
pretty
I went
constant.
back and watched one of my VODs the other day, and like I was just aiming at the floor half the time. I was like, what am I doing? And it's but when I go out the site, I'll like pick it up, of course. But it's because I'm starting to think
Yeah.
about stuff, and I'm like, oh, they're not going to push me. X, whatever. But if make sure you're always being prepared because if he was looking this way, you might be dead. But if you had your crosshair ready, even if he was looking at, you'd probably be alive.
Oh, I guess that was a different round. Cause I remember
Nova
one
kills
time I
Jet.
just killed all three of them ropes. But
Classic.
they were all on the left side, and I pretty much ulted the right side, and that was kind of depressing.
Yeah. The ult's okay. It's almost better to get info though, because if
I
they
think
hear
I
the
even
ult,
told Sova to move to the left or something. And he was just
probably
dead.
did. Yeah, because she is behind you guys. Yeah, she's just right behind you guys. So I mean, this is a weird scenario because like at the end of the day, it's like the ult's not necessarily bad, but you don't have enough. You don't know where everybody is yet.
Yeah,
And
I just
so
I think the reason why is oh wait, never mind. They're already playing it.
I know what you're probably thinking. You're trying to stop the plant.
Yeah.
But yeah, reality is, you still don't know where everybody's at, and then it'd be better to save it because if they do come behind you, if they play under heaven, XYZ, like you're dead,
Mm-hmm.
and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
It's not like your positioning was awful. Like you had to make a play. You just did good. Retakes are annoying.
Mhm.
We're trying to slow it down now. I just wanted to make sure we're getting through this pace because it's so long. We only have an hour.
Yeah, I'm not the best at it because even when I
Or
played CS, I was stuck in silver and I was shit. So I just recently learned that you didn't even have to peek your whole body to bait out an op. Because always when I was trying to bait out an op, I would like
just
jiggle
sling your
peek.
body out.
Yeah, like I would jiggle peek because I thought that the only way that they could see you is if you could see them.
Yeah.
But just recently, I learned that you could make it so you don't have to see them, but they can see part of your
Yeah.
body,
It's
and
literally
that's how
it's
you
a
bait out
shoulder
ops.
peek. You give them your
Yeah,
shoulder. That's it.
I didn't know you could do that, but
Yeah.
now I
That's
know.
it. Ain't called a body peek. It's a shoulder peek.
Yeah, I thought it
Uh,
was yeah,
but
yeah.
anyways, but yeah, this overall, this is what you're doing here is fine. You just like I said, it's just a little scuff, but like the idea is right. You're trying to bait out shots, bait info, put yourself in a better spot, off angle. This is good. The way the rotation works, and you get the call out once he dies. You get the call out. He's sight and for that. What's up? Huh? Coaching, right? Yeah. How was it? Sorry, Ryan. What's up?
You're good.
Sure you did. All right. Anyways, and so yeah, that's kind of the big thing here. So this is good. And then once you hear she's sight, the flash is great, but you do need to be careful throwing out this ability. Which the idea is good because
Yeah,
if you throw it, she has to move. But if she moves earlier,
yeah,
you could die, which is what happened. She didn't.
yeah. That's like the scuff thing about that ability.
So it's good. Just like hide a second before you shoot it. Like I said,
Mhm.
shoulder peek it. Flash
Okay.
this shoulder for the info, and then like just stand back and like pop out and throw it and back up.
Yeah.
Sort of a thing. Because yeah, you should have died right there. Then now she's forced to come out, and you get an easy. You're playing this
Yep.
game not too bad so far overall.
Fucking missed that. That would have been clutch. I think I told my team that I was gonna wait to for them and try and retake. Even though
Yeah,
retakes suck, I was not gonna 1v5 that because I heard them
yeah.
already.
I was about to say you
And I
could
fucking
drop
missed
there
that.
if you're confident and want to put yourself in an interesting spot, but overall, waiting for your team, you're kind of baiting them all right now. But
I was, I guess, yeah,
you see it.
yeah.
So right now is actually a great time to because you can kind of glance at your map here, realize that he's looking here, these two are looking here, and swing out. Those should
Okay.
once again, sort of a map awareness thing. Just think about what's going on, what your teammates are doing.
I think I was waiting for the smoke to go away.
Yeah, and that's in general, it's fine. What you did isn't necessarily bad, but if you're like, if you can just kind of sit up here and, like I said, wait for
Hmm.
your teammates to make mistakes or just pull pressure towards them. This is how I always tell people you play around your teammates. You just wait, let them do stuff. And right now, there's 3 enemies shooting. Swing out and just get um because that could also lead to some trades because your teammates, some of your teammates should be dead right now. If these guys are better, there would be trades happening and you can contribute to those properly, right?
Hmm.
Um, know where they are.
Yeah, I just told him to stick it. Oh yeah, this is this where I died?
No,
Same
no, you're
way?
good.
Oh,
See, this part is okay because it's better here because you know he has to come to you.
no.
Well, I mean, you know he had to come to you the other way too, but like he could potentially kill your teammate here and save the round, which is very unlikely. So, this is where it's better.
Hmm.
Does that make
Yeah,
a little
I was just
sense?
trying to like let my teammate be able to stick it safely or whatever.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I
yeah,
like
yeah, and that's good.
like I would rather die and my teammate get the defuse off than
Yeah, and
yeah.
that's the truth. You are the one around and win your life. This is how it's done. All right, let's see. Be careful doing this. You don't want to get timing.
Yeah.
So just whenever you flash, because there's a few like right here. They could peek anywhere in these this like
Yeah,
3 or 4
you're right.
seconds. And it's like it would be unlikely, but it's still possible. You should avoid that by like just kind of hanging out when you want to flash it. Like I said, just straight up flash through the whole thing because then you could just peek straight up with it or like
Yeah,
shoulder
I
it.
forgot that you could
Yeah,
put
you don't have to
the
walk up this far effectively. You can just sit back
yeah,
more. And if you do hug the wall better, yeah, there's a lot of different things. What you did
yeah.
was okay. It was a little weird. I'm
But
assuming you.
also
Oh,
also the thing is if I flash from all the way back there and I try and run up and get a kill, they're just gonna back up.
yeah, and what I was gonna touch on. But that's why I was saying you could also run up the side right here. Instead of swinging out this far,
Oh,
maybe run up closer, just stay tighter. Because at the end of the day, like you kind of just expose yourself with your freaking hands out, right? So
yeah.
yeah, anyways, that makes sense. This is kind of niche, just
Yeah, yeah.
but I don't want you to get screwed by that.
Yeah, but yeah, that makes sense.
Hunting for
Yeah, man. I was trying to top frag, and then somebody like we just kept swapping between first and second. Doinking my kills.
not talking about it. So do we know where they are right now? Well, actually, let me pause it.
I think they were running tie.
Pressure. So yeah, right now, do we know where they both are?
Yeah,
Yes, we do.
in what's it called? Sewers.
So is good or bad? Well, all right. Tell me why you peeked her. Actually, don't even tell me why it's good or bad. Why did you try and kill her?
Um,
Is that what you tried to
because
do?
I was hungry for kills.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
But
You,
I don't think I tried to kill her. Just like try and like see what she's doing.
right, and
Like
that
what
that's
if
what I
it
meant to
ended
ask,
in
or what I was
killing her?
gonna
If
ask.
like
Maybe you didn't. Sorry, I keep cutting.
no, it's good.
Maybe you didn't try to kill her here. Maybe it was just more of just a peek for information. But it's
Yeah,
still,
it was kind of like half that, half going for
yeah.
the kill. I don't know.
Do you know why? It's bad though. Do you know why?
Cause she could be holding it.
Yes. And if you die, what happens?
I'm dead.
Well, yes. What do the enemies do? What can they do?
Uh,
What are you cutting off right now? Not just sewer.
the,
It's more than that.
the rotation to B,
To
so they have
B,
to go A.
to mid, effectively. That's what you're really
Yeah,
cutting off.
yeah.
You being here. This is the idea of pressure. A lot of people struggle with this at all elos. Even some people that I not like say like people I coach. Well, it is people I coach, but I watch like my solo queue games and people like screw up on this a lot. You staying here effectively cuts off from here back, literally this entire side of the map by you sitting here. You peeking
Mhm.
this puts you at risk to open that up. I want to make an illustration of it because instead of just pointing my mouse on, but like effectively try using this. I don't ever.
All right.
Okay, so it's a split, right? We
Yes,
got B
that is very
site.
much split.
Okay, this is B, right? This is all of B. You have the this is the back of B. This is the site. B
Yeah.
site is here, right? That's where you can play. This is
Okay.
mid. Say
All right.
you're right here. You being here cuts off all of this. This is all now cut off. This is what they have to work with. Do you know why that is? Because
Um,
they can only rotate out here.
because okay.
Well, I mean, they could go this way and come into B, but you have Cypher here. You have trips and all that good stuff. Um, so it's not quite as detrimental. But do you see what I'm like trying to draw here? This is terrible. But
I get what you're trying to say, of
all right,
like how I'm kind of like the key to mid, and
yeah,
if they kill me,
you're the
then
key
I
to
unlock it.
them exactly. You're the key to them rotating mid right now. So if you peek this and die, they can now rotate mid. But if you literally just sit here, they cannot rotate mid at all. They're screwed. They have to go either big flank, and if they do, it's very telegraphed because you can actually hear them from here. So if they walk the whole way, which they're not going to do, and if they do, they have 10 seconds to get to site because walking from here to here is a very long time. That's why I said you cut off everything. And if not, then they have to go a site, rotate off of that. So that makes sense, right?
Yes, it makes sense what you're trying to say about how
Okay.
like
Yes.
how I'm like blocking mid.
So yeah, that's why I think you should not have peaked that as well. You kept everything cocked. And then maybe once the res happened is when you can peek it because you knew Brim was here, and then once she res, you can base it
Oh,
on where your jet died at.
oh, wait, did she res like the second I peeked and you said I could have died?
No, 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 no. It
Because
was right now.
maybe that was the second. Oh, okay. Because I was thinking maybe that's why I peeked.
Yeah.
But never mind.
But anyways, why you peek doesn't really matter. I was just curious. The idea is that I mean I told you the idea.
Yeah, I get hungry for kills a lot
Yeah.
as breach.
And so it's not necessarily too bad because of the fact they can sprint A, but you should base your pushing now off of once you see the res is when you can go, because then you can assume that the Brimstone's push site or he's back, and then since she's res, you can see that you can either see that on the map or you remember where you guys killed Jet. You're like, oh, she killed Jet on A, and just he's resing there. There it is. Now you can push. This would be like push from mid.
Yes.
Sorry.
But I was also kind of scared that they would like watch their flank because I was trying to play a little bit slower here.
Yeah,
And then
no,
I
this is
realized that
this
they're
is
on
good.
site, so I was like, but
Watch this one.
I've learned to try and pick up my gun as fast as possible when Brim does that. Because so many times they wait for you to pick out your knife. How did I lose that? Oh no, we didn't lose it.
He did.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was trying to get it, but I couldn't. Like I literally would have died
Yeah,
if
yeah,
I had
you're
gone
fine.
draft because he was so close. Where even was he? Was he like
He was
the
right.
grass box? Because like you didn't get ulted, or if you did and you just
He was
hit.
right there. His elbow,
Oh, and then he moved to like
and then
behind
once
me.
you ulted here,
Hmm.
saw it and was like, "Oh shoot!" Probably
Yeah, I didn't check all of my angles because time's running out.
hear him running. At least you killed him.
Yeah, I mean, I got, dude, fuck, I hate that. Like, where if
That's
I'd
tough.
gone for half, I would have died.
I think this
But
play was okay though overall, because at the end of the day, let me back up.
I love when your team is nice about it though. They're like, "Oh, nice try, bro."
Yeah, I mean, you did what you could.
Yeah.
The only thing I'd maybe say is because of breach ult, you realize what you didn't cover. Well, let me. You realize that it didn't cut off this part of elbow, and if it hits people's sight, they're like screwed, right? So you can actually sit back for like an extra second and see if they push around because that's the only way they can actually do it, right? If they're in the ult and they get hit, like they're screwed, right? You walk up and shoot.
Yeah.
So that's something you can maybe do with it. But you were running on low on time. It's okay. But you had a good side. I mean, 16-7. The only big things were really just looking at your map and seeing what your team's doing or and going from there. Because a lot of it was
Yeah.
like it's not that your positioning is actually really bad. It's that you're not basing it on you're not making it better based on what's going on in the round, sort of. You know what I'm saying? Like for
Okay.
example, when they pushed out B, you could have maybe realized my ciphers are lower. He can't trade me from here. Let me go this way. Or like the whenever you got flanked, they have control of heaven. Let me these sort of things, right? So it's hard for you to
Yeah.
directly pinpoint like you're dying because of this. It's more one big broad thing, but that's good because you can think about it more. Because your ability
Yeah.
usage has
I
gotten
just.
like infinitely better. Like you're actually using your
Yeah.
stuff right, at least more right. A lot of you can.
Yeah.
I wish I would have counted / wrote down all the kills you got off of abilities. Wait, it's a lot. That's
Yeah.
good. So, anyways,
I just don't get how we fucking tied this game. Like we were ahead by so much. Like that's what
right?
I'm trying to figure out here.
That's a hard
Like
one.
I just remember just like trying to push and just we couldn't get it through. We just couldn't get through.
Um, you should stop for orb here. You know why? Well,
I mean, I just felt like it. To be
yeah, I
honest,
mean, it's
like I know it's
it's
dumb,
not
but
actually bad, but like the thing
I was
is,
just
you were first
I
one
was
in,
just
and
big
you're
thinking
like
over.
you're kind of the entry, right? Like you have a raise, sure, but Breach
Yeah.
can run up and flash this corner and just clear everything, right? But instead, now you can't, and now you
Yeah.
kind of just went slow. Said you go
But I think our
heaven.
team said go heavens. That's why I went heaven.
I
But
mean,
then like people just went on site, so I was like, oh, okay.
it's not necessarily bad. I'm just saying, based on what was happening, the way the round was being played out, It's better for you to just go ahead and run it. Let somebody else go heaven.
Mhm.
They can do it.
Yeah.
If they're smart enough, they'll pick it up. And worst case scenario, as long as you have one going up there, um, that's just more of a nitpicky thing. Kills 2. That's good.
This was so awkward. I wanted the fucking. I wanted the one with the skin.
Is that what you did here?
More skins, more wins. I think that's how I died too.
No, he.
Why is it doing that? Like fucking dumbass me.
Yeah, he's just making from it. I mean, this kind of
More
goes
skins,
back to
more wins,
that.
dude.
This kind of goes back to the thing where it's like you think where the enemies can be, but like this is very you got caught off guard really hard here, so I'm not going to talk about it much.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the reason your death isn't actually too bad here is because now you have info. Like you died here, now your team
True.
knows that they're heaven and they can play around. Them.
Yeah.
It's okay.
True.
Now, one way you could think about it is the fact that they could potentially come from this way, and so you can still watch see or I guess it would be from like a different angle where this heaven guy can't kill. Like here, or maybe you sit out the ledge, sort of
Yeah.
thing.
I don't think it registered that the guy that was on heaven also backed out of heaven. So for some reason, my brain thought I wasn't focused on that the cipher left.
Yeah. Once again, look at your map, see what your team's doing, and just kind of base
Yeah.
it around them.
Okay.
Just be like, my team's not watching heaven. They could maybe be there. Maybe I should watch. Because the thing
Yeah.
is, you're watching CT here.
Like
Well,
I've noticed
actually,
I've died to that so many fucking times. Like being in a bad position. Like I
it's not
try and think
necessarily that
about
your
both
positioning is
but
bad. It's just not great. Like it could be. It's not. It could be
mhm.
better. Effectively,
Yeah.
you could be playing
True.
around. You could be positioning yourself around your team. Because you don't really need to watch CT here. Cypher is, or at least he's about to.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you can now be like, maybe go just sit site. You just go sit in a one and done. You know what that is, right? A one and done.
Where you can't like back out like if you right? Like you
A
can't
one and
back
done is
out if
effectively
you
where
code?
you put yourself in a position where like you can pretty much guarantee one kill, but that's it. Like
Yeah.
you play
Yeah,
it's
like that's what I was trying to say.
yeah
Like where you can't back out.
yeah. I mean effectively it's a super off angle really. You put yourself in a spot where all they can do is freaking you guarantee a kill because you're in the most weird spot ever, but because you're in the most weird spot ever, you instantly die after. But it's good in advantageous spots like this. Because let's say these Phoenix and Sova push together, you kill Phoenix, Sova stays alive, they kill you, now it's 3. So it's always useful in those spots.
Mhm.
Sort of a thing. Anyways, touch on that. I want to watch the eco. We're running low. Is it? It loses. Okay, yeah, we will watch it.
Yeah, like it was 10-3 and we just started losing. Like that's what I don't understand about this game.
Problem
Like
one.
like like it's more on the CT side or on the attacker side. I don't get what went wrong.
I'll talk about team stuff here and there, but we're really here to watch like, well, of course.
That was scuffed. Dude, there's 3 people on
Yeah,
heaven.
so
Like,
here's why. Got it. So you're playing. Let's say you're playing defense. Playing B.
count?
You're playing a breach on B, right? You're sitting here.
Yes.
Sage peeks. He's bomb and 2
Steve.
more, and sees your
Oh.
ability, and also throws a wall, and hears it be spanned by the whole team.
Oh, that's stupid.
What are you doing as breach on B? You're running your ass day.
Yeah.
And that is why there was so many here, because they did that. Now there's a smoke down. Like that, it's been 10 seconds that they've had to rotate. So now you're pushing onto a site which is likely to have 3 to 5 people on it. So you go heaven.
Yeah.
There's 3 people here. Because guess what? This guy was playing freaking mid or B, and this
Yeah.
Sova was playing mid.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
didn't know
why
how to
back
fucking shoot.
Yep. And because of that, there's just you guys are just pushing to a site with too many people too fast. So you should either be like, once you see the wall, you should almost instantly back out. You should be like, we wall, there we need to slow down.
I mean, but like from a defender's point of view, if they break the wall, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah,
I
it
don't know.
is. So now they're ready for you.
I
That's my
mean,
point.
I don't know. Like it was a save round, so you're just like fucking
Yeah,
rush in, look your
that's the
shit.
problem. On saves, you actually don't want to rush. You want to play back because they're gonna get antsy with as eco and they're gonna over rotate. You can play picks with your team, like double up stuff. Once you get a pick, they're likely to all rotate off, and you can go from there.
Yeah,
That,
one thing I don't know is when to rotate out.
that's a good time.
Like, there's so many times I'm like, yo, let's rotate. My team's like, nah, and they just kill everyone on site in like the next 10 seconds. I'm like, oh.
Well, that's
Or
just sometimes
like
you have
this.
better players.
There's 10 people on site.
Get kills. That's just how it goes sometimes. But other times you gotta have spots where a lot, like I said, you can put yourself in your defender's shoes. Like they're gonna rotate. The Sage just saw 5 of us and walled and was shot by literally 5 people. Like they're gonna rotate. That's when you can be like, we should maybe back out here. We should slow down. You know, a lot of things. And here you're just going too fast. Once again, look at your team. You be traded right now. Well, they could trade this guy. Really can't. Like you're just going a little too quick because yeah, they do trade him, but it's one of it was just because he was there, but they can't trade you off of Sova or Jet. Go a second slower there in order to set yourself up to have your team play around. Right? Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense.
Fine, we'll go over a little off at an hour, but
Okay, thank you.
yeah, here we go. Once again, let's see what's going on here. This guy pushes in. They hear you. He saw 4B in 5 seconds by now.
Who gives a shit? I'll just out aim them all.
There you go. Look what happened. Look who's
Dude,
all over here. Every single one of them.
Here's a question. I always
Yes.
check that like left side angle, and I feel like even if I check it, I still like die from someone that I didn't see. I don't know if I'm like
So you can either just
I don't
flash
even know
this
if I died
wall.
to someone there or what.
Flash this wall
Yeah.
because it'll hit them. You can also use your little C ability. Throw it like
Yeah,
up into.
but there's so many places to hide on that left side, like on top, below, behind the box.
Yeah. Just cover the main one, which is gonna be depending on who's playing B is what you can base it on. It's unless it's Jet, Omen, Raised, you can assume they're not gonna be at the very top. And actually, no. The only place they can play is on the floor. They can't. Nobody else can get up here. One of those. So there's really no need to check it. The only thing you need to be worried about is here. If you're pushing out, the guy in this corner could be seen. Is clear that before you get out into sight. And right here, you need to be worried about. And this is why, crucial to have your team with you because it's an easy. Because what happens here, Raze gets out, nobody's with her, gets killed, and then you get killed. Now there's no trade to be had. But if you would have went out with her instantly, you could have traded her, and then somebody could have traded you. Right? Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense.
Does it? That's a little bit of an unconfident.
It makes sense. It's just like,
be honest with me.
Okay, it's just the thing is, like, what do you do when there's so many fucking angles to check, like, in that situation that you can't just check all the angles at once and you just die to checking an angle.
All right, let's.
Like, I was checking left.
There's 3 different angles to the left here. Or 4, because they can play behind the box, on top of the top box, the mid box, the close box. They can play right here. They can heaven, play below heaven, play right there, like mouse right here.
Yeah.
There, any of those, right? You have mouse buttons?
Yes, I do.
What is mouse button 5?
That's down or up, either one.
No, I'm saying like when you press that button, game. What is your agent?
Oh, the flash.
Yeah, flash their ass, dog.
Oh, what the? I didn't know you were going that.
Yeah, I'm just giving you a hard time, really. But I mean, yeah, freaking just you flash it. Every single one of those angles gets smoked. There's instantly they're insta blind. Plus, breach flashes are so broken because of how long they last.
Yeah, I don't even know why I didn't flash. Maybe.
Yeah, so definitely flash. You could just rule of thumb, just always flash yourself.
Yeah, cause I usually overflash stuff.
Yeah,
just in case. But I don't know why I didn't flash.
But anyways, the reality is, well, that is obviously always flash yourself. First of all, your cipher literally trolls you. Or at least once he does this, you need to back out. Once he throws this cage, you should automatically assume we need to leave. And so that's what happens. So
yeah, maybe he's trying to get the orb or something. I don't know.
probably what it was. Because now the site they are their entire team knows you're here. So they're all rotating now. So now you guys are just pushing out into a site with way too many people. So you didn't flash and you're pushing into a site with like 12 people on it. So this is just bad in general. This is things you can just think about in your solo queue game. Back up. Now, obviously, if your team's just relentlessly always doing this, it is what it is. But that is the truth. You guys are just pushing site a little fast.
No.
All right, so I have a sheriff.
Dude, I feel like I have to save way too much in this game. I don't know if it's like I
It's part of
have
it.
bad economy or it's just like the game sucks or what.
A mix of both, probably. Your economy, I mean, it's not like you're buying really bad. It's just like once you get on a loss streak, it's really hard to get out. You have to save a lot, and they need a third round loss bonus. I'm pretty sure they'll have two. A third would really help that. It's just something they need to add. Anyways, all good. All like I said, it's an eco. We're running low on time. I'm gonna just keep. The only reason you missed your shot here. It's okay. Don't stress about that. But look how much better of a position you guys are in now. It's 2v3, and look, and you know what? And you guys have full eco. It's a 2v3 or half buy, and that's because you guys played it slower. You didn't just insta rush something. I don't know if that's gonna happen the rest of the.
Yeah, so many times when we plant on default on B, it's like the most scuffed and like awkward thing in the world because like there's always like 5 people just like standing in a big clump like behind the like the big metal box, whatever it's called.
Yeah, you pretty much have to have heaven control. Like you're.
Yeah.
It's great. You guys are splitting A. Round you guys win. Flanks. Don't win this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
this
don't
you can
win a
just
lot
tell
of
your
it.
sniper here to cover flanks. Kind of just what happened. I think you're making the right decision.
How did we die here? Oh, they just got out aimed.
You got the Phoenix flanked and killed.
Yeah.
That's okay. This round's not too bad because I'm more so. The thing with attack side is like it's pretty team oriented, and you can only control so much of that. So the things like I was talking about last few rounds, you can definitely control because you can like back up. But in this spot, it is what it is. You can't always tell your team to always watch flank. That's just too. Not
Yeah.
not necessarily watch flank, but like there's just a lot
Especially
going
in
on.
solo queue, and people will fucking hate on you if you
Yeah, exactly.
tell them what to do. Dude, every time there's a Sova ult, I die to it. There's not one time I haven't died to a Sova ult. Is that a problem with me or the game?
So here's the
Like,
problem.
holy fuck, I hate that thing.
Here's what you need to do. Whenever you hear a drone, whenever you hear that drone, look at your scoreboard. If Sova has ult, run away. Don't go near it.
I don't think I got hit by the drone.
Yeah, but still, he still knows you're here.
Screw it.
He might not
Oh,
have
I
ulted
did.
if this wasn't popped by you. Because he still assumes you're mid. Smoke.
Dude, I fucking hate that.
But yeah,
Like, it follows you. Like, that's
rule of thumb is that just if you hear a drone, instantly look at scoreboard, see if he has ult. If he does, avoid it. If he doesn't, you can maybe shoot it, depending on what's.
all right. All right.
Yeah, there you go.
Then what if fucking you see that he has it? He just like the drone finds you. Then
You
you're just
don't let
you're
it
just
find
fucked.
you, dog. If it
You just
finds
fucked.
you, yep, it's done. The game's over.
Yeah.
That's just the reality.
Oh my god.
So yeah. Anyways, also you can kind of presume from last round. This is more of a map awareness. It's kind of a map awareness thing. You can kind of pick up on the fact that the Phoenix flanked here. See that because you know he's a B player. First of all, the round before this, he walled in, right? You remember that?
Oh yeah.
Through his wall. He did that. This round, he's behind. Then this round, he flanked. So you should have drawn it from the second round. Now you definitely should. This is where you should decipher the fact. Now, obviously, you're running away from Sova ult, so not the direct reason. But still, it is a factor because of the fact that you don't. Obviously, you just weren't picking up on this. Anyways, sort of back to a map awareness thing. You need to be thinking about what's kind of going on with everybody else. Right. But I think your big attack side issues and really defense too is just kind of looking at your team, seeing what's. because a lot this at least this game you're playing it pretty well. You haven't really made too many big mistakes. There's been a few, but I mean,
Mhm.
like you have 20 kills, but sometimes that's just how it goes, right? You gotta have that. So, but a lot of this, what I'm seeing, the reason you're not winning this game, the reason why it's been so close and it stays close, is because of the fact that you guys are just going all at once and you're giving them way too much time. At least that's what's going on in this. So I'm gonna really try to
Wait,
focus on up.
wait. So if we're all like going too quickly, how would that give them more time to rotate? Wouldn't that give them less time to rotate?
Yeah, I might not have worded that right, but what I mean is like you're going too fast and you're stopping. Like that happened
Okay.
once. Like that one round, the eco round was the big one where she peaked and
Yeah,
walled, and you guys kept going. You
yeah.
guys
I
are
think here
making
we
noise.
stopped
You're
because we got
sprinting
purmled.
out. They hear all of you, and you're just sitting here.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're walking up, but like you could have been on site by now. Like literally, you could have had sight by now.
Yeah. I think I was waiting for my team because I was gonna either ult it or just like I just wanted to stay with my team or something. But like they weren't really like on the same
Yeah,
page.
sometimes you got to lead the charge. That's the rules. This was a little interesting. Oh, I see where you're. Once you hear the cipher ult, and whenever your teammate cipher ults, you should go ahead and get your gun out ready because you're gonna get instant up things of where they are. So you
Yeah.
can't necessarily assume she's heaven because of what's going on, but you kind of can because of that. You can kind of just be, and so you could have actually saved your raise from because your ability wasn't really necessary because of the fact that
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. I just wanted to like help us push in,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but then yeah, didn't
Well, you
work
don't
out
need to
so
help
well.
push in if you once you get info, right? You can just like, oh, we don't need to push, or you could just save it. A lot of them
Mhm. And then
lost
fucking
this.
yeah, because I thought Jet was
Oh no.
like, or because you know how the Phoenix came from or came through there.
Yeah,
For some reason, I thought Jet was there too. So I had my knife out,
yeah.
and I
Here we
was trying
go.
to go plant, but
This is
I guess
back.
she wasn't behind us.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit map awareness, right? The second you, especially with a cipher ult, you should instantly look at your map. You would notice. Now obviously it's heat of
Yeah.
the battle. I'm not gonna push you too hard in this because it's very like this heat of the battle. You're just focused on your screen, and that's okay. But you should still be like every once in a while, even in big heat of the battle moments, it's even more important to glance at your map, especially in a spot like this where you're just using an ability. It's like you can't really do anything, right? But might as well. So that this once again map awareness, you would have realized. Wait a minute, she's actually at this part of the map. The ult
Yeah,
was
I think I
great.
was focused on, killing her because I saw her or whatever. I think that's why I wasn't looking at the map, I was trying to kill her.
Yeah, and like I said, you the heat of the battle, you were just focused on what's going on, so it's okay. But still a factor. Ult is good. Yeah, and then you would have realized, wait a minute, Yoshi was A. Let me run. And it would have been different.
Yeah, I thought she was behind us. Fuck.
How do you guys smack?
Oh my god, that was so funny because I was, like, telling my like, I was telling my team, like, "Alright, guys, we just need to fucking kill them, like, it's not that hard, they're terrible," and then we just, like, all die, and I was like, "Oh, okay, maybe not."
Got flashed. All right. I mean, we could sit here and be iffy about this round, but it's an eco. Just if you know the Phoenix is being aggressive, you should just play off the fact that he's probably
Yeah,
gonna be
I think
flashing into here.
yeah, I think the reason why I was just holding that with my deagle is because I had a deagle, so I was like, the only way that I could be helpful or whatever is if I just get, like, a 1 deag.
Yeah, so it's fine. You should have just probably get stuck there. Oh yeah. I mean, like I said, we can sit here and be anal about this all we want, but the reality is it's an eco. You're trying to get frags. You're trying to make stuff happen.
Yeah.
Got cucked. So it's fine. Again, pushing up, and then we're going slow. Oh, we're going a little faster here.
Yikes.
Yeah.
At least you got the trade.
You guys are taking heaven control. This is okay. There's a lot of ability going.
I don't know what Cypher keeps caging. He keeps
Yeah, that's
caging weird shit.
trolling you guys hard. Okay. Cypher players do. They have this thought process and they just stick to it. I'm one myself. But anyways, and so it's weird because you don't have a gun. You have a freaking beagle. If anything, kind of goes back to the whole like wait for your team, but like I don't even want to say that because it gets traded. So the trade, your death there is actually good. Oh, excuse me, sorry, because of the fact that it gets traded, right? But
Mhm.
I don't know. Hard to freaking say. Because in the solo queue, you don't want to be getting traded because you're gonna want to be the one getting the kills because you can't trust your team to stay alive. So
Yeah.
you should almost bait everybody, but you know what I mean.
I
that's
mean,
just
almost,
that's just
yeah.
the reality. But
I mean, I do that sometimes,
right,
solo
and
queue, but
sometimes
I
you
feel like
have
a
to.
dick, so
Right, you do. But this is okay. This isn't bad.
ugh.
So anyways, it's okay because it gets traded. Is the reality. And you did have a pistol. Your team has guns, so good. Right? Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
why I kind of want you to be careful about getting trades. Match
Yeah,
point.
it
The rest
does
of
make
these
sense.
rounds.
Yeah. It's sad reality.
Yeah, I don't. There's a lot of team stuff we can talk about. I just don't want to. The reason why you're losing these is you're pushing a lot, all five to one part of the map with zero. There's nobody else anywhere. Right? There's no
Yeah.
pressure on any other part of the map. You're
Yeah.
not taking mid control. That's what wins. Winning split is mid
Yeah.
control. That's how you win it.
Yeah, so many times I was trying to like tell my team like, "Hey, let's split through mid," because like I hear all the pros saying mid control on this map is good,
It
but
is.
then they're just like chilling on the other side of the map. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I got to
Luckily, as
follow them.
breach, you can do that pretty well because you have two flashes. You have a lot of good
Yeah,
util to flush people out. So
yeah,
you can kind of be
but
the
you
one to
gotta
lead the
stay with
charge.
the. But you gotta stay with the person with bomb, so you can't tell them to go A, and the guy with bomb goes B, and just.
I mean, if they're playing slow, you can. If you can get your team to at least slow down, you can go mid by yourself and or with one other person
Yeah, I guess. I
because it's
fucking
not like you
hate
need to instant.
ropes.
Yeah. So
Fucking hate
this,
ropes on this map.
yeah, reps is
So like, how do you like not die going in
this.
ropes? Cause like I always think to walk on it to not be loud.
It depends on what your goal is. I mean, if you think they're in here, you just got to drop in, or you could flash in. But you're not always
Yeah,
gonna
but
be playing
then your
breach.
gun's not or then your gun's not accurate while you're dropping, and they just one tap you.
You can bait it if you want. So depends on what you're like. What's going on? They
I
know
just don't know
you're.
how to.
They know you guys are in A heaven, so he's kind of ready for it. So you got to just be loud. So you could either just drop in. That's just your best bet. You can bait the rope, just jump on and move up and down for like a very quick second. A lot of things you do, right?
Yeah, they're like there's so many times I've died to that because like your gun's inaccurate, and they just shoot you first.
Yeah, you just gotta just drop it and just get lucky. Honestly, go together
Yeah.
is a good way. You guys kind of did that, but you got kind of unlucky. Ooh, okay. Hold on a second.
Oh, photo one taps.
Oh, it was an accident. All right, never mind.
Yeah, I was just hoping to
But this
God.
is a good time to just fly out there, but you don't. See, you guys took a little second.
Yeah.
See
I
that
think we're
those
trying
few
to get
seconds were enough to get this jet and the sage in a better position.
yeah, I think we're trying to get our abilities set up or whatever. Yeah, this is so awkward playing default. Dude, I'm
Unlucky.
telling you, solo fucking drives me insane.
I didn't even know
Like,
what's going on, dude. You just got
oh my
smoked.
god. Like out of nowhere, you just like
You're just
what?
dead.
Bullshit.
So you really need to get under heaven control. At taking B, like getting under heaven control is what wins the game. So actually walling this is bad. But anyways, it's solo queue. Don't worry about that. That's not what's important.
Yeah,
Guard
because like
positioning
9 out
here,
of
this
10
is okay. Because notice how you took this fight, your raise is able to swing off of it, get the kill.
no.
I'm not worried about why you died here. You literally just got nipped by it and it insta killed you.
Since when did it do 80 damage? I thought it did 70.
I also thought it did so. Maybe it's armor. Could take like slightly less damage. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's always been 80. Actually, no. It makes sense that it's 80 because it takes two shots to kill.
Mhm.
Anyways, Yeah, so good shots. You capitalize on this, and so trying to avoid team stuff. I'm talking about Fwoh. That's why this fight was good because your Raze was able to swing off of it accordingly, right?
Mhm.
Sort of a thing, right? You died because of that, so who cares? It's but this is when you should have picked up that they're over rotating a lot. Played off of that, and you guys should have just been pulling pressure towards opposite sides and going other way. You get the kill B, you can probably assume they're all just gonna rotate. You guys are still over here. Look who all is on the side. Because all your team ends up dying from up Bulldog or Bulldog.
No, I thought it was a phantom.
Yeah, no, no.
Yeah.
In a heat of the battle moment like this, you should not worry about what the gun. You should not worry about getting a better gun because I died to that junk all the freaking. Try to get to pick up the better
Yeah.
gun and I die. And I'm like, well, I probably should have just what I had.
Yeah.
So this is a good time where you can actually you need to trade here effectively right now. Obviously, this guy swings and you knew he's here. We're like scared, but back up. I'm trying to think of the best way to put it. I mean, the reality is, this has happened every freaking round. Like, you guys are pushing these parts of the map where their whole team is. They keep over rotating. Putting yourself in spots that are like, make this stuff, you're making it hard on yourself. We're all here. So it's good that you killed this guy. You drop down.
Yeah, so many times I just don't know what to do in situations, and that's like kind of when I get stuck a lot. So I just don't know what to do. I don't know like how to. I don't know.
Yeah. There's so many specific things that I can teach you, but it's just like, there's too much to go over. So,
Yeah.
uh,
Like there's just so many times I died, not even getting out skilled, just like fucking dumb ultimates.
it's just Valorant for you. It is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, this round's okay. It's just once again, it's kind of going into the whole point that your team. It's just the way the team play, guys, is out. You just need to play around the fact that your team is being aggressive, sort of a thing, right? Because watching you, your individual skill has gotten way better, but it's just like it's you can't use it to your best ability because of what's going on in game. So that's why I'm
Mhm.
trying to. That's why I'm sitting here preaching to you. You need to watch what your team. That's going to make your map awareness better because you'll think about the fact that where people are staying. You'll think about your positioning better because you'll position yourself based on what your team's doing. What else? What else are we talking? You'll rotate based on that, like all this good stuff. So literally, just looking at the map is going to fix so many of your issues. I think you have. I mean, like you're a smart dude. You have the potential to like think about these things, right? Just
Mhm.
you're not doing it because you're not putting yourself in spots to do it. To like to think about it. Does that make sense? Kind of.
Yes, that makes sense. I
Now,
mean, and
what?
that was a confident yes. I just
Okay.
said it weird.
Okay, gotcha. So you're at a point now where it's like your individuals is good. You just gotta like play around these people because you'll start to get better very quickly. Actually, this is a good point. You're at a good point in this game right now. Your individual skills good. You have individual like your ability usage is crisp. Your shots are crisp. You have potential to be diamond very easily. Not even plat. You have potential to be diamond. Just watch I'm seeing. But just because of the fact that you're not, it's not that your teammates are holding you back. You're just not playing around them properly. You
Mhm.
could have even more kills than you do stuff with it,
Yeah, like I
right?
don't like blaming shit on on my teammates,
Right,
even
and
though
you
sometimes
shouldn't,
that is what
and you
happens.
shouldn't. But
Yeah, because you can't control it, so it's like you just gotta like play yourself or whatever.
yep, exactly.
And like so many times I died, just like not me thinking about, or like to me not thinking about stuff. I just like go for stuff. That's I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
have so bomb here.
I don't know. Oh yeah, I think here's finally when I clutched up because if they had, I don't even know if they had time to plant, but
So this is
they
good
might.
though, based on what I'm seeing. Based on what's going on the map, you realize that nobody's A. They could probably be A, so you do that. Go here, you
Mhm.
pick this up.
Yeah, yeah, that's why I went A because no one was A.
Yeah, perfect, and that's good. You see what I'm saying?
And
Like
I
your
was,
decision making is not bad. Like you
yeah,
just got to play
and I was
around
like,
your
they have to go. It's 10 seconds or whatever.
fucking these. This poor guy. He's literally just he been hit by Breach's whole kit. Like, what's he gonna do? Yeah, that's just this is what it is.
Is amazing.
I know. But yeah, I
And
mean,
they said that because him. What the fuck?
I'm gonna watch your deaths now because we're really low on time. Another freaking one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys killed this guy. Let's see. Oh, you just got kind of unlucky. Fast. But yeah, I mean, like, did you call this rotate?
I
Like
don't
you did.
know. Maybe unmute it. Let's see.
No more.
You should go B.
I think I
Yeah,
did.
you did. This is good. I mean, like, you're thinking good. You have.
Yeah, I just wasn't feeling it.
You understand
Like,
the fact that that's a B player. We have pressure pulled A, or at least if you're not thinking about it, that's the reality. So, like, you're kind of in this mindset of like, we should go B now. You just kind of got unlucky because of this guy, and this is why I'm saying you need to just drop. Like, there's no need to be quiet here. At the end of the day, you know that they're all here. The only B player they had is this. You need to be ready for this guy here because based on how the enemy's rotating, you can expect them to be in CT and also in this part of heaven. Plus, this guy has been here multiple times before, and so you would have been more prepared for that.
Ropes are so dumb. Like even Ray's tried to just jump down, go for it, but dude, that's so depressing. Like, why give up? Just play the fucking game.
I know. I would have loved that. Those are so fun to play out. But, anyways, all right. So the big things is you're good at the game. You're much better than you first were. Like, honestly, you almost feel like a completely different player. Like, you've gotten a ton better. So that's big. That's one thing. Yeah. So you need to be focusing on your team. I'm gonna send you a.
Oh, you mean like you want me to check my map every 5 seconds?
Yep. They're in your games.
Oh wait, somebody showed me this before.
I'm sending you a trillion of the links so you won't forget. In your games, I want you to play this at like max volume. Probably could blow my ears out. Okay, no, it's not that loud. It's not that loud. Play that.
Not game.
Because it's every time that goes off, I want you to look right at your map because you're gonna instantly. I feel like your thinking is good. You just need to do it properly because you'll look at your map, and so I want you to. You can make this a sticky note. Put it on your screen, like literally write it down on a piece of paper and put it on like your somewhere on your freaking like just on your monitor. And when you hear that beep, I want you to look at your map, and as you look at your map, think about everything. What can I be doing? Can I move myself here? Can I rotate? Whatever. That's what I want you to do.
Because also so many times like I look at the map, but I don't like think about it. I just like look at it, like just to look at it, and then I like don't really like think about what I can do that.
Yeah, I think you're actually at a really good point right now. Your skill level is pretty high. You just got to start thinking a little bit better. Yep. And you can do that also by watching pros. Go watch pros, see what they do, and compare and contrast. Yeah, that'll probably help. So yeah, you have a ton of potential. You can get to diamond like in the next like month, if not less than that, if you start thinking a little bit better and putting yourself in better spots. So.
I mean, like I don't want to blame it on anything, but I think the reason why I make like a lot of plays where I don't think is because usually I play like past midnight and I kind of like I'm really tired.
Yeah, you need to make sure.
I have really bad sleep schedules.
Playing in the morning is really good, actually, because you'll not like morning, but just when you wake up because you're super. That's your least tired point because you got all your energy.
Once I fix my sleep schedule, I'll be fucking radiant rank. So I'll let you know.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely have the potential. So do that. Think about stuff, and then you can also take notes in your game. Every time you die, think about why. Actually, write this down on your sticky note if you do. Just every time you're dead, just be like, why did I die there? And you'll start to think even more. So you'll be thinking when you look at your map, and also when you're dead. That I really think if you actually apply these things properly, your skill will skyrocket, your rank will skyrocket because you have really good individual skill. It's just you're not putting stuff into practice. Stop playing for kills, play for knowledge, sort of a thing. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, man.